All right, time to take a look at the VEVOR planer stand. Okay, so we got our instructions. We got foam padding on the corners. That's very important. I'm glad they did that. It looks like we've got a wooden top. And it's a pretty good sized one as well. And it looks like it's already pre-drilled for the planer. Got our base. Looks like a shelf. And I believe this is going to be the hardware. So we got our legs, and there are 8 of these. We got our casters. We got 2 swivel casters and then 2 straight casters. So you're going to be able to steer from one end, just decide whichever end you want, and they are locking. And nuts and bolts, and it comes with a wrench. And last piece on the bottom. So I've got a size 10 and a size 13, so I can use this guy instead of this 10 and 13 size wrench. Right now, what we need are 13s, so there's 2 different size nuts, and these are M8s. I'm going to use that to attach these casters to this base. So there's 2 that kind of look like this, but this one you can tell it apart because it's got 4 holes in each corner. So I'm just using a socket head bolt, put that through the bottom, then put the nut on top. So this does roll very nicely. So I got both the swivels on one side, both the straights on the other. Now we're going to attach the long legs. So there's 2 lengths. We're doing the long ones for this, and then we're going to use the carriage bolts and the M6 nuts to attach that. So now we're going to put that middle shelf on. We're going to use those same carriage bolts and the M6 nuts. Now we could, if we wanted to, put it with the lip facing down. It's not going to be as strong that way, but if we wanted to, we could do that. I'm going to put it with the lip facing up, so it'll be just a little bit stronger, and it'll also help to make sure nothing falls off. So this is where we're going to start adjusting the height. We want these 2 holes that are close together, those are going to be on top, and then we're going to use these holes in the bottom to set where this is going to be. The maximum height is 900 millimeters, so it would set it like that. And then the minimum height, actually looks like you could go a little bit lower than that. But you just basically use whatever holes that you want in order to make this the height that you want. I'm going to go for the maximum height, which is 900 millimeters. And I'm using those same M6 carriage bolts and nuts. Alright, so now we're going to put our top base on. And we're going to use those same M6 screws. Alright, so last thing is we're going to put the bench top on. And we're going to bolt that down with these 4 M8 bolts. Okay, so we are set, and it rolls very smoothly, which is very nice. We've got a total height for this maximum height. Theoretically, we could put this up 1 spot higher if we wanted to get a little bit more. That would be a little bit less safe. So we are at just under 36 inches, so it's a little bit shorter than 3 feet. And it is about 27 3/4 inch long and 23 3/4 wide. So pretty big base. I like to see that we got extra nuts and bolts here, so if we lose some, we don't have to worry about it. These mounting holes are already drilled into the top, so all we gotta do is put our planer on, bolt it down, and we are done. And they didn't give us hardware for bolting that planer to the table, so that's very cool. So yeah, overall, that is a very nice table.